a loud human being that doesn't know when to shut up. Hey, we're on YouTube. That's on YouTube. Actually, CJ can attest to how much of a loud person I am. That's
yes.
Wink. What's really wrong with that?
And CJ can attest to how low of a person I am.
Well, I mean, you do hang out with Felix.
Oh, sad face. I think you are a little low, CJ, but I can turn you up. Hang on.
How about that? Cash me outside.
Better.
No.
Yes. I will cash you outside.
How about that? Cash me outside.
Yeah. All right, you're cashed.
The check has been cashed.
He's cached.
I've cashed you outside.
Well, you've got all the cookies, so.
Oh, yeah.
Who has cookies?
yeah.
So now that we're live on YouTube and we're... I'm going to save this for Twitch. Hold on.
Oh, yeah, do that.
I have an announcement to make. Well, kind of announcement to make.
You have things you wish to say.
Yes, but I want to do them live because it'll be funny to hear your guys' reactions stuck on Twitch forever.
Oh, Jesus.
As I mute my mic? No.
Yeah, right. Hang on, I got something
Too much.
What was I going to say? Yeah, well,
CJ
knows how I get to hold my excited in Tower of Terror.
Yes. All right.
I know how to hold my...
Live? Are we live? We might be live.
Okay.
It's alive.
How long is this good for?
Mummy's alive.
We're live on Twitch.
Yay!
Beep.
So I found the official snacks of Dragon Con.
Oh gosh.
And they are equally horrible, and I think they will be great.
Why are you echoing?
So, well, and plus whatever. Yeah, that.
Yeah, plus whatever you bring.
Yeah.
I don't know. Am I hearing myself through somebody's headphones or something?
Maybe.
It doesn't sound like a normal echo.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 5,
hello?
6, 7, 8.
Okay.
Everybody, clap your hands.
Yeah, I was going somewhere completely different with that.
Okay, now
Nice.
just CJ now.
Just CJ now.
Oh,
Cha
look at
cha
this.
now, y'all. Bump 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 bump.
Okay, I'm not hearing anything now, so.
I
blame you.
captured all of that. I didn't realize I was recording. I captured all.
Cha cha now, y'all.
Cha-cha now, y'all.
Cha cha
Bring it
again.
back. Cha-cha one more time. Or however the next thing goes.
Left foot, right stomp.
Cha-cha.
Ow, my foot.
Left foot, left stomp. Right foot, left stomp. Crap.
This is why I don't leave the house.
So,
Social attraction.
also the game of Geek the Gamer Geeks live tabletop thing at Dragon Con. I'm still debating on what we're gonna play. Super Fight is definitely one of them because Super Fight is awesome, and also I think I want to get Secret Hitler.
I think we should do that dance at
So what's this announcement you have?
No, that was it.
did-
I found snacks for the show, and I'm not going to tell you. And also the official 2 game announcements. Like last year we did Super Fight and the Contender. This year we're going to do Super Fight and Secret Hitler.
I did not see that coming.
So, CJ. Okay,
Because
most
I
of the
watched
stuff that I'm bringing
is
I'm going to try and bring some Mexican candy. It's got a little bit of a not super hit to it. Well, probably I don't.
I
taste
may
it.
have to recuse myself of that because
mean,
my inability to eat and drink at the same time, I can't do anything spicy, especially when, hey, I'm on the stage trying to do a live podcast. By the way, you guys, we are officially doing our show live at Dragon Con again.
Yay!
We got the official confirmation. The schedule is still being worked out. However, we have been officially officialed.
We are going to be like at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, aren't we?
Probably, and that's merely because Dunaway doesn't want people drinking on the stage.
No.
When has that ever stopped us?
We are going to hit up Rocket Fizz again and get some weird ass sodas again. So, you know, there's those.
I'm suddenly less sad I'm going to be missing this year.
Oh.
Last
you
year we
can
had
at least lick the candy, right?
Yeah, I will lick the candy, yes.
I have licked another man's cartridge.
I will lick your lolly, Raul.
Yes,
the spicy Mexican lolly.
That's
pretty much what all Mexican candy is. It's a little bit of sugar
tamarind flavor, all of the tamarind flavor.
I thought you were going to go with something else then, Raul, but I'm glad you didn't.
All right. Let's get this started because CJ already has the logo up.
Yeah, I got my spinny stuff. That means I'm going to start hitting buttons in 3, 2, 1. You are listening to a podcast of the Geek IO Media Network. For all of our shows and more, visit geek-io.net. And to help support the network, head over to patreon.com/geekio.
Hello, gentle listener. While Geek IO holds its talent to the highest standards, what follows will likely involve the sort of language usually reserved for sailors on leave. If you're of a delicate disposition, then perhaps you would consider a different podcast.
Captain Trevor, I believe you have something that is the property of General Ludendorff.
That's Secret Hitler.
Bad guy convention. Give us Dr. Maru's notebook. Where did I put that thing? Stay back. Or maybe not.
This is the Geek IO Rant and Review with your hosts, CJ Boat, Jared Azevedo, Raul Garza, and everyone's favorite Aussie, Dale Campbell. This week, who's the woman who takes down all the bad guys? Wonder Woman! Yeah, right. She's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I'm only talking about Wonder Woman. We can dig it.
Jazz crossed the streams. Hi, you guys! Jazz crossed all of the streams.
Oh my god!
Did anyone else cringe? I cringed.
I cringed a little too. I can't deny that one. So, hey, you guys, this is a Geek IO show. I have to apologize for being loud and or obnoxious because I did a drinking stream right before this. Turns out that's a bad idea. Hi, this is episode 201, a random review of Wonder Woman. Recorded, what is this? June 22nd, 2017. I am CJ. I'm surprised I didn't see Cheetah in this movie, Boat.
And I'm Raul. No place like London. Oh, sorry. Wrong movie.
Oh, nice callback.
Wow. Jesus.
Nice.
Well done. I'm Dale. Is London really that bad, Campbell?
Yes.
I'm Carrie, not your average pretty woman montage Wilcox.
And I'm Josh, above average male specimen McGrath.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh, hang on. I'm gonna put Josh on the spotlight here. Look at there you go. Yeah.
Hang on.
Work it.
It's the Josh cam. I'm gonna put on the Josh cam. Josh cam is on the side. Carrie gets It's the Josh cam with Carrie.
Hey, I just discovered there's a button
Carrie
that says hide participants.
Oh.
And then went away when I pressed it. That was weird.
Oh, jeez.
It's hiding from you.
Clearly, the hide participants button hid from me. So, yeah, again, I have to apologize. As a precursor, I am real bad at Ninja Gaiden, and I decided it was a good idea to do a drinking stream with Ninja Gaiden. And games and 66 drinks later, I'm a little
66 sips. 66 sips, but still, that's a lot of beverage.
This is 66 sips, which is a full recorder leg A almost full cider boy is pineapple hula, which is really good. Tastes like pineapple, like lollipops. And
what are all these like flavorful beers that you guys drink?
Cider. Delicious ciders, because ciders are delicious and beers suck.
Exactly.
I just had a black lager right before the show.
That's a beer. Beers suck.
I'm having coffee out of my Buzz Lightyear mug that I got at Disney last year.
So did you sip your coffee every time I died horribly in Ninja Gaiden Dale?
He would be ascending Futurama style.
Yeah, if you did that, this would be his camera feed.
I've been doing what these guys in the background are doing, whatever they're doing. I don't know. They're looking into each other's eyes. So
Dale did what he does and gave me an audio, the audio trailer for a very visual movie, and I'm sure this is going to go over real well. By the way, you put it in the Dropbox. We don't use. Wait, no, we use Dropbox. Yep. Never mind. Alcohol.
Hit the button.
I'm hitting the button.
At some point.
Want to save the world. This beautiful place.
This beautiful place.
But the closer you get, the more you see the great darkness within.
Boogie, boogie, boogie. Musical interstitial.
I learned this the hard way a long, long time ago.
Oh, that got weird in one ear. Jesus.
What is your mission?
I know.
The war to end all wars. Weapons far deadlier than you can ever imagine. The war can be ours. Whoever you are in more danger than you think.
I cannot stand by while innocent lives are lost. Be careful, Diana.
Who is this woman? She's my secretary, sir. She's a very good secretary.
It is our sacred duty to defend the world, and it's what I'm going to do.
Jesus, this trailer's long.
Musical
show where things are happening.
Yeah, action.
Action. Yes, exactly.
Action. Oh god, it's still going.
That is also what she said.
There we go. That's where we get the logo. That's the logo. That's the logo. Symbol.
Right. We use our principles, although I am not opposed to engaging in a bit of fisticuffs should the occasion arise.
I love her. She's one of my best. She's one of the best things in this movie, by the way.
Exactly. She's the comedy relief, quote unquote comedy relief.
And it's needed. All right, so pop half of the show.
Yeah,
the production stuff first, because I'm an idiot and haven't read the notes. All right, so Wonder Woman. I suggested this one because we typically do DC and Marvel films when they come out. Movie can be seen, of course, in theaters because it just came out like the 2nd of June in the U.S. Like a month and a half ago everywhere else in the world, apparently. So movies and
well, I mean, you had to figure American audience, strong female character.
Yeah. We'll get into that here in a second. Raised in a sheltered island and trained to become a warrior, the Amazon Princess Diana Prince discovers. By the way, she's not technically Diana Prince until she gets to the real world. Discovers the end.
I just got the easily adjustable IMDb.
And less war going on in the outside world. She embarks on the journey to end the war of all wars, whilst discovering her true power as well. Of course, we have Gal Gadot as Diana. Captain Kirk is Steve Trevor. Connie Nielsen is Hippolyta. Robin Wright is Antiope. Danny Hudson is Ludendorff. And David Thwellis as Patrick.
Chic.
Wonder Woman is the 4th installment and the first truly good one of the DC Cinematic Universe. Gal Gadot trained for 9 months to gain 16 pounds of pure muscle and then ended up getting pregnant. In the comics, Steve Trevor and Diana met in the Second World War. However, in this film, they meet in the First World War. The change in World Wars was made because the film. Jesus Christ! Do not drink before a stream. Filmmakers thought that era was more suitable.
Wow.
World War I was the first time that civilization as we know it was finding its roots, but it's not something that we really know the history of. In this world, there are questions about women's rights, about a mechanized war where you don't see who you are killing. It's such an interesting time. This is the first female-directed live-action film to have a $100 million+ budget. Budget was estimated at $150 million. This is the first female-dominated superhero in 12 years since Elektra.
That doesn't count.
By the way, technically, we had Catwoman. I'm just saying.
No,
I'm sorry, what?
You get out of here. No.
Hey,
no.
if we are counting Elektra, we can count one freaking.
That was in 2003, and no, I'm not counting Catwoman because I had to review that movie. So how about we don't count Wonder Woman? That movie sucked. You know it. You should feel bad. Okay, I'm gonna unmute CJ before he yells at me.
Really, it served in the military, and Lebanon is officially at war with Israel.
You didn't even notice.
He didn't even notice. That was great.
Am I muted? Fuck you guys.
You were.
You're not now. You're not now.
Guys, we don't mute the host. So yeah, banned in Lebanon because Gal Gadot is Israeli and served in the military, and Lebanon is at war with Israel. Good job.
Well, the thing is that it's required, isn't it? In Israel, it's a 2-year requirement of military service.
For men, for women, it's completely. If I remember correctly.
Yeah, from the reading I was doing before the show, I don't think women are allowed to serve in the Israeli thing.
Gal Gadot says otherwise, and she'll punch you for saying that. No,
Israeli thing. That's very oddly specific. I know.
They can say they can serve anywhere in the military in Israel. I know that for a fact. It's just not required for women. They can serve active combat. They can do anything.
So can I share a cool thing that I was excited about for the? So the Amazons in the beginning of the movie, those ladies are not just random ass extras that they hired. Those are champion female athletes, fighting champions, all that cool stuff that they just gave them some prop weapons, said, here's how you do some stage combat, have fun. So these women are already paragons of the physical arts, I guess you could say.
Yeah, like they're already doing this sort of stuff.
Yeah, and it's fantastic that we got them, though. That's really, really freaking cool.
God, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, visually, I mean, it's World War I. What can you say? But I wasn't a big fan of all the CGI.
What were you expecting?
No, the CGI wasn't the greatest CGI.
I disagree. Compared to some of the movies that we've seen, the CGI in this movie was really, really freaking good. I'd put this better than even Guardians of the Galaxy.
I have a very important question for you. Have you seen Man of Steel?
You're right.
Go watch Steel and then come back to me on CGI.
There's
but anyway,
color in this movie.
Yeah, I was just gonna say there's actually color, and it's not, DC's version of realistic.
Yeah. By the way, Rachel was really happy to see the princess from The Princess Bride be her mom.
Right?
I really got to sit down and try that movie again. Like, I need to get. We need to do a Geek IO watch as a Princess Bride because every other time I tried to watch that movie, I fucking hated it.
I thought you meant Man of Steel.
No,
I have that.
I have no. If I never see that movie again, I'm happy.
Yeah, well, it's not the worst movie I've ever seen.
No, it's not the worst.
Best either.
No, it is.
No, I did get okay. I get the fighting scenes and all that. The slow motion in the middle of the fight scenes.
It's because this is still a universe created by the guy who created 300. So, slow, fast, slow is a thing, and we're gonna get that regardless of who's doing it. It was in Suicide Squad. It'll be in Justice League. It'll be in every single DC movie because that is the aesthetic that frickin' Douche Snyder created, and that's what he's going to continue to go with. And I'm sure
it's
that's
like Michael Bay and Explosions.
Exactly. Even if Michael Bay is not directing the movie, like the new Transformers movies, there still must be Michael Bay explosions. Zack Snyder is not directing this. There still must be Zack Snyder slow, fast, slow. So just get used to that.
Can we appreciate the fact that when it slows down, it's slowing down on Wonder Woman and also on the other Amazons as well, doing something badass. Never once does it slow down and zoom in on TNA.
Yeah,
yes.
And
it's
it's really
a lot of her own stunts in this, or is
yes and no. I say that because she got pregnant halfway through the filming of this movie, so
that's right.
You can tell when they switched from full body of Gal Gadot to like half body or bust up. Avoided stomach shots for her. The main reason why they did a lot of that filming of the still somehow incredibly sexy fashion show that she put on in London is because they were trying to find a way. That was a bunch of outfits that she actually legitimately tried on for the filming of the show that just didn't work because of her belly.
Yeah. And the one that she did pick out ultimately did actually work. So that's exciting.
I still love I love the final. I'm gonna put some glasses on her. Yeah, like that makes her not the most beautiful woman you've ever seen.
I loved the Clark Kent stab. It was so good.
That stab is great.
So, quick question: how old is the Amazon? Because they're like what, thousands of years old?
Oh yeah.
They were godborn, so they don't age. They aged up to a certain point, and then they don't age. However, they can still die by mortal wounds. It just takes a lot to kill them. With the exception of a couple of them, like Hippolyta, Diana, for obvious reasons. As can be seen with Auntie Dearest being killed with a bullet.
Yeah, and shot. Well, then that other lady being shot in the fun parts.
In the front parts.
In the fun parts is what I said, but in the front parts also.
But like them charging in on the beach, and even the queen's there.
Because she's a warrior queen. She doesn't fuck around, man. She's a goddess of war. Like, she does not mess around. A goddess of war, not the goddess of war.
You got it. Yeah, a goddess of war.
Gina.
So 90% of this was shot on site.
You can tell.
So
you can really tell.
Not a lot of green screen in this. There was a lot of actual set pieces, and I freaking loved that. And it's very obvious to tell when they're doing green screen as opposed to set pieces, as can be seen with the final fight. That was obviously all done green screen, and it looked drastically different than even in the base, which they built.
The Gallipoli moment, as I would like to refer to it as.
I did like
the what?
The Gallipoli moment. When they're in the bunker. Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
I normally get your references, Dale. I'm confused.
I'll explain that later. It's fine. The boar shot when Wonder Woman ran up and
didn't overdo the whole naive girl in the New World.
Oh yeah, no, like, well, she even said that she's read a lot about how, you know, the world acts. It's just this particular age, if she's not 100% familiar with it. She would probably be more familiar with High Rome times or anything like that, where their literature probably ended. So she's not like Clark Kent at the point where she knows absolutely nothing of what's going on. She has some, you know, abbreviated knowledge.
it's fair. That's
Yeah,
fair.
like how when she goes, "Take me to the war," it's because the time period she's familiar with, he would have taken her to where the army is setting up, getting ready to charge into the other guys.
Yeah.
Like some open field somewhere.
Yeah, so I too am glad that they did not continue to hammer on the lost girl is lost trope, especially with the lady. Like, you could have went real bad with this.
Oh,
And that's-
yeah, this could have ended so badly.
It almost could have been a DC movie.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, she
If you
needed
ask-
to be driving her own action forward, and I'm glad that they wrote it to enable that.
And allowed her to kind of act in a way where she was in control, and the director allowed her to be in control of most of the scenes and not let her like kind of hold back, if that makes sense.
Yeah, even like towards the end of the movie when it's like, "Don't do this. We cannot let you do this," and she just goes and does it. Though she does spoil the.
Yeah, well,
Diana, no. Diana, yes.
Diana, no, Diana, yes, nice.
I mean, she didn't take shit from anyone. I mean, she was just like, "Let's fight."
Yeah, she's like, all right, cool. I know I'm stronger than these people. Yes, those guns will hurt like hell, but yeah, I can kill everybody. Yeah, they gotta hit me first, suckers.
Yeah, and she doesn't waste time arguing, "Yeah, I'm a girl, I can fight." She just does it.
Does it? That is freaking fantastic.
Yeah.
By the way, I took my kids to see this movie. I have no problem with admitting that I took my son and my daughter to see this movie, and I don't regret it at all. The fact that my daughter can grow up and know that there is such a good and strong and just amazing, wonderful woman that is just a good role model, I fucking love that.
They didn't name drop, did they?
What was that?
They didn't like Wonder
they did
Woman.
not. There was not a single line in that movie that was something to the equivalent of, "Wow, you're some kind of wonderful woman."
Yeah, no, they did not do that at all. And
was expecting that.
yeah, I was expecting at least the bro troop behind her to be like, "Oh, she's wonderful." I'm glad they didn't, but I was expecting it at any time.
Yeah,
If
no,
Zack
I mean,
Snyder
I was looking for it, but I didn't see it, and that kind of made me
Zack
happy.
Snyder would have been there, it would have definitely been there.
Josh Whedon took over this, right?
No. He's taking over the post-production of Justice League.
Justice League. But can I go back to a previous conversation about taking to this movie? I actually wanted to bring that up. I was going to save it for the show here about taking kids to the movie. So I went to the movie. It's currently school's on vacation here at the moment. So like elementary and high schools are on vacation at the moment. So, and there was a family. There was a family of I think 6, and holy crap, trying to control 4 kids. I think the oldest one would have been about 8, and the youngest one being about 4, I guess. And 2 moms, which again, that's a whole nother conversation that we can get into about how 2 moms can go take their assortment of children. That's the wrong way to put that. But
the skittles of children that they have.
Yeah, the assortment, the licorice all sorts of children that they have. But they're taking their children to a movie where it's like, okay, here's this influential movie. I don't think there's anything in this movie that could be. I mean, it's a bit.
I mean, unless you Yeah, unless you are very prone to like issues with violence, no. And even then, like the only thing that I would really, and I actually kind of caught myself on this one. There was a preview for Dunkirk, by the way. Everybody needs to go see Dunkirk.
Gosh.
For no particular reason.
Started on the previews for Dunkirk, but anyway.
And so there was the Dunkirk preview, but Rachel's like, "Oh, we're gonna go see that. Should we bring the kids?" And I'm like, "No, I don't think I'm ready to have them see that side of war yet. At least with this one, there is still the superhero kind of cellophane wrapper around it."
You don't want to see them. You don't want to let them see the Saving Private Ryan side of war.
Yeah, and I think with this, it's not the fact that it's got cellophane on it. It's more choreographed than actual war. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's like when we're talking about taking kids to movies.
By the way, hold on 1 second. Thank you, Minnie the Mini Cat. Donated $10 with the message. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh,
That is
really,
really freaking awesome. Thank you so much.
You're awesome.
Yeah, that is really, really freaking cool. I looked over and saw the chat. I'm like, wait, what is this message? Wait, what is this message?
We've never had one of these before.
Congratulations. Thank you very much. Breaking news. Beep, 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 beep.
Minnie the Mini Cat. Thank you. And also great freaking name. That's a really cool name.
Yes.
That is an awesome name.
I like Mini
Just
Cats.
a little.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway, but yeah, that is awesome. I kind of don't. Can we talk about Mini Cat for like an hour and a half now? Can we? Anyway, I don't want to get back to the previous conversation. But no, it's not the fact that it's more choreographed kind of side of war, particularly with the action sequence towards the end.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, did not feel like towards the end. That felt kind of like towards the middle, to be honest.
No, yeah, like the fight between Diana and Secret Hitler was really cool, and like it felt like I was only halfway through the movie, and then it immediately cut to her versus Remus Lupin.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only person who was thinking that. Thank you.
No, I saw him, like, Jesus Christ, that's Remus Lupin.
Yeah.
And it gets towards the end of the movie, like, oh God, that's Remus Lupin.
Okay. All right. I did not see that very poorly executed twist.
I didn't see
I saw it coming.
I didn't. I'm gonna give it that one. I did see the Dragon Ball Z-esque fight at the end coming once it was revealed. I'm like, yep, there's gonna be laser blasts. This is gonna be watching Dragon Ball Z. And yep, there's laser blasts and it's watching Dragon Ball Z.
Okay, there was something that bothered. I watched this with Felix and his brother Ruben, and one thing that bothered us was when it goes to the flashback, he's still the same. He's still got that British mustache, and like I kind of wish that he was. Yes, I kind of wish that. I mean, make him a shapeshifter or something. But the armor was cool.
Yeah, the armor did look real cool. Like that scene looked real cool.
Like the armor and the making these swords out of just the random debris he was creating.
Yes, that was
right.
It was a cross between Dragon Ball Z and watching Gilgamesh from Fate Stay Night play. It was really freaking awesome.
Yeah.
I'm like, if this one were for gods, I'm okay with this. Like, I want to see Darkseid this over the top. Like, I want to see him just go like to 11 with him, and that's what I want to see out of my Darkseid in a couple of movies when we get Justice League. Like, don't go back like we did with freaking Doomsday. Don't do that. Go ape shit on Darkseid is what I'm saying. And yes, I'll write that in there because I can guarantee you don't know how to write the word Darkseid correctly, Dale.
Okay. You do that then. Anyway,
because alcohol.
It was alcohol. 66 sips. 66 sips in the stream. 66 sips in California, pitcher. Anyway, but
67.
67. Spotted.
I've went further down on this already. So when I go for the break, I'm gonna go grab some water during the break.
Did you say grow some water?
Probably.
In the break. So we got to grow some water in 3.5 minutes. But anyway.
I'm just gonna go grab a couple hydrogen atoms and oxygen, put them together. Hopefully, I
Guys,
correct.
did you hear that explosion?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Josh
did you hear that?
close enough to me, so they may end up going offline as well.
Hey, Rachel, did you hear that? Hope I didn't wake you up from the other room. I'm just smashing hydrogen in here. Don't mind me. Fine.
Smashing Hydrogen sounds like a great band name.
Right?
Like Smashing Pumpkins. Cover band.
Okay, Smashing Hydrant, what would be the type of music they would play?
Oh, absolutely. Like thrash metal. Like, that is absolutely.
Yeah, I mean,
Sure.
But it's thrash metal about science.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Yes, thrash metal about science.
Cool.
I want a pop duo, to be fair. They just do top 40 pop duets. And
Is
they
there
team up with
a metal version of Tom Lear's periodic table?
There is
If
now.
not, there needs to be.
Yeah, right?
Internet, get on that shit.
I know a metal cover artist, and we're gonna play something later. I'm gonna see if he get in touch with him, see if he'll do it for us.
That's
anyway,
what
Element song, Element
The
song,
guys-
the animated, the Element song, heavy metal cover.
Oh. Speaking
Hey
of
guys, Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
And the costumes, as a general note, this is one of the things I wrote down after the movie. The costumes in general is just brilliant. It's just wow.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, like, all right. So I want to point out here really quick Wonder Woman's costume itself. So
full.
obviously, Gal Gadot is fucking stunning. Like, she is a pinnacle of a woman. This costume did not over sexualize her, and I freaking love it.
Yes.
No,
she looks like a badass warrior.
Yes. Like, it covers all of her bits. There's nothing like hanging out. Like, there's no cleavage. There's very few butt shots. Bra fucking vo. Like, this is really, really cool.
I mean, it wasn't
And even
so bright. I mean, it had color, but it wasn't like color.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
even the shots that did happen to be from behind, watching it, because I'm very sensitive to TNA cam, watching it felt like the cinematographer felt she should be filmed from behind in this shot, not, hey, look at her butt.
Yeah, it was artistic with the way that it was set up in that regard. Like,
Even with the opening training, when you've got the Amazons doing flips and all that, they didn't like, oh, let's slow it down when they're doing this backflip. No.
Yeah, just the perfect sign, so you might possibly able to see a panty. Like, none of that happened. And
I actually saw something mentioned about this before seeing the movie, and I made sure to actually look for it. In the climax, there is a very specific scene where they zoom in on her superhero style landing, and you can see her thigh actually move.
Move. I did see that. Like, I didn't have any heads up about this movie. Well, I had a few heads up, but I don't know. That'll come in the second half. But nothing technical. I didn't have any heads up on technical about my eye is going ballistic. Holy crap! What the hell? Am I having a stroke now? I'm not.
Friday, it's stroking day. Friday.
Stroking day? What? Yeah, my eye just.
You heard me.
Yeah. Fun story. The girls at the cafe call me David. That's a whole nother story. But anyway, seeing her thigh wobble was like, jeepers. They did that because they wanted an awesome shot. They wanted to set it up as an awesome shot. It's not like, ooh, lady thigh, ooh, lady thigh.
No, it was showing the way muscle actually responds to absorbing an impact of that scale.
Exactly.
That was not, hey, sexy leg. That was leg doing its job.
Yeah, right?
Legs doing the job. Wish my eye
I
was
did
doing
like the little bit of dark humor they had around the campfire.
Yeah.
where it's like my people or
That wasn't dark humor. That was straight up acknowledging genocide. And this movie does not shy away from things like racism.
By the way, bravo to Eugene Braverock, who plays the chief. Like, I was expecting a lot more like hokey, like Inukchuk level, like sheep stuff going on. And he was just a legit great actor. Like,
wait, is this DC Chief?
No, I think it was.
No, it's not Apache Chief.
I think it's supposed to be a call out to that, but no, it is not him.
No.
No, this guy presented as the Native American Loki.
Yeah, like.
Oh yeah.
He's really, really just good.
No, our roommate who is Native, the name that he used, she told us that he gave the name of the Native American Loki.
Yeah. Yeah, I am Native as well. I'm woefully unfamiliar with most of the tongue, kind of like I'm German and woefully unaware of most of that tongue. So, you know,
shout things and sound angry, and you'll be fine.
Basically, like I have a whole bunch of stuff in it, except for, you know, I have very little Asian blood in me, but I'm learning Asian languages right now because weeaboo.
Yeah, right. Like you do plus holiday coming up. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, everybody, like, the most egregious person in this, honestly, I think was Captain Kirk. Frickin' Steve Pine. There we go.
Steve Pine. I think he was meant to be that way though. Like he was. Oh, what movie did we see? And there was there was irritating people like him in it. But that was intentional. He was
Into
meant
the
to be
Woods?
Yes.
Where he was meant to be over the top and sticky.
Yes, but yeah, intentionally sticky.
Yeah,
no,
I'm kind of glad that his character's over in this, though. Like, I'm very glad that he had a beginning, middle, and end. So, good job again on the scripting of making this character believable, like, and good.
Also, hey, it's not the girl who got fridged this time.
Right?
Oh, yeah. No kidding. No kidding.
So, like, all right. And something that Dale and I like to pick on, editing in movies.
Yes.
This movie did have a couple of bumps.
It goofed a couple of times. Yeah.
Not a ton, but definitely had some bumps in the road.
I ignored those bumps though. I noticed them and I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine. Something awesome is about to happen. I just know it, and then something awesome happened. So I'm like, okay, you get a pass from me. Why not?
Yeah, I'll give you that. But yeah, it was never anything like. And that was to this day, while Suicide Squad is an enjoyable movie, it is far from a good movie. And a lot of the issue is technical on Suicide Squad. And this movie didn't have a lot of technical bumps. Like it had a few
bumps. But
like I said, the very abrupt going from a actual set to Dragon Ball Z green screen, that was abrupt. That was a little rough.
That was a little.
It kind of worked in the context of a boss fight because she is entering a completely new world as she's discovering these powers.
Yeah,
and being awesome in and of itself, like individually, is kind of the transition was into it. It was a little janky, but once you got into the scene, it was fine. There are more than that example in it, but it's like a bump in editing didn't really distract the editors too much. They were kind of letting them go through without letting them ruin the rest of the movie.
So I mean the scene transitions were a little rough in this movie. I'm saying this game, Jesus.
This game. Oh, I want to play. Is there a Wonder Woman game?
I'm sure there is.
Game?
I don't think there's a movie tie-in, but I'm sure there's a Wonder Woman video game. Obviously, she's been in Injustice and stuff like that, but
yeah. has to be a movie tie-in. But one thing I wanted to mention was the fact that I was sitting there, right? Let's talk about that first scene. Can we talk about that first scene for a moment?
Yeah.
A break. I was watching that first scene, going, okay, this is a story of Wonder Woman. We're looking at a secretary walking into an office with a briefcase that needed 700 men to protect, like in an armored truck. And okay, all right. And then she opens it up to see that photo, the photo of the first village victory shot.
Yeah.
Like, okay. And now we get a flashback. I thought we were getting a flashback to that scene, but no, we got flashback all the way to basically nearly the beginning kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, she had to explain like how she got there from her birth.
Oh yeah, and I'm glad that they did that and not just like cut off half the story halfway through and like start it where she went to the war.
Yeah.
I will say though that like the theater took a while to get us our food and we got there a little bit late, so we actually missed most of that first scene and went right into the flashback. I didn't really miss that first scene.
No, but it was helpful to know that first scene for the ending, the very, very ending, you know, where everyone in the theater was literally requesting a box of tissues each. Well, let me tell you, there was not a dry eye in that house, but there you go.
I think
Even
it got... Okay. Well, no, I'll save it for my final score.
Sure.
Because it was a good movie. When I rent and review a movie for the show, I'll either watch it, if I can, I'll watch it right before the show.
Yeah.
So it's fresh. Or I'll watch it a week before and then maybe a few days later so I can, because the first time is me enjoying the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The second time, and like whatever little things that pop out at me, I remember to watch for them during the second showing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My second showing is my critical review of it.
Yes, that's exactly what I do as well.
Because I want to enjoy the movie. And yes, I do. I am paying double, but I don't want it to get, well, CJ, it's difficult for you to just sit down and enjoy a movie without overanalyzing it, right?
The first time, 9 times out of 10, the first time I see a movie, I will just sit and enjoy it. The second time is when I go full critic on it, and that's when it really Rachel went crazy.
Yeah, there's sometimes there's some people I know that like they will either go on yes, it was great, or no, it would suck, but then they don't allow for those opinions in the middle.
Yeah.
It's like, I agree with you that it was a good movie. This is just an example that it was okay movie, but I did not like this. Oh, so you said that it was a bad movie. I didn't say that.
Yeah. That's the annoying does it rule or does it suck thing, and I freaking hate that.
Yeah.
I don't know. The first time I watch a movie, I kind of, although mind you, every single time I watch a movie, I can't help but notice bits and pieces. Like technically, I guess I just can't enjoy movies anymore.
There's only a certain amount to shut my brain off, you know.
Yeah, right. It's like I've been doing this for how long now?
Critiquing movies, yeah, I can shut my brain off, but I can only do so much.
Yeah, well, there's certain movies that will lend themselves more to having your brain shut off, and certain ones that want to be analyzed the first time through.
I feel like this was more of a for a superhero movie. I feel that this was more of a analyze me movie. Like they were trying to prove something here. This, and a lot of people, not just me, a lot of people were like, "This is absolutely DC's last chance." Like, there's no way that we're going to continue to give you chances after this, and myself included. There was no way. Like, I'm not going to continue to spend money on DC if this movie is going to if these movies are going to continue to be bad. I got bit real bad with Batman versus Superman, and I refuse to do that again.
And I haven't seen that movie, but I saw Man of Steel, so that counts? Question mark.
Essentially, it's Man of Steel with Batman.
Wait, Man of Steel didn't have Batman in it? What version of that was I watching? Oh, I probably envisioned that at about the 4-hour mark. But anyway, that's a whole other story.
Essentially.
Essentially. But is there anything else on a technical level? I don't know.
I'm actually kind of out. Like, this movie was real good on a technical level, so like I don't have a lot of bits and pieces and nitpicks that I can really do.
I mean, there were parts where it was like, we're talking, cut. We're talking, next scene. The transition,
Yeah,
a little off.
a little work, yeah, but that's pretty much it. Like,
I think it was intentional. I'm on two minds. I mean, yeah, you can transition smoothly to scenes and not give the ending to the scene away, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think they were trying to have some sort of quote unquote suspense at the end of particular.
There was a scene, I'm vaguely recalling it, but where she pulls the sword. They don't show her pulling the sword from the general and then jumping down. They show her like already halfway down from her jump with the sword.
Yeah.
So it could be that part was cut, that of her like jumping up there and pulling the sword out. They probably, because they didn't even show the actual her stabbing him.
Just the
no,
before that,
the general. They had a close up point of view and then just like no blood on the sword either, no gushing out, no nothing. But yeah, like she was slicing people were getting shot, very little blood.
Yeah, and that was obviously intentional.
Yeah,
that was really intentional. I'm kind of
glad at a trench with a shotgun and you start blasting people. There's going to be a little bit of blood.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, I'm with you, Dale. I'm glad that they didn't.
Well, see, yeah, I don't know. As far as I know, I've never been shot with a shotgun. Heaven forbid that I ever get.
No, shotgun especially will make you bleed. Like shotgun is one of the
saying
worst
that.
With. I've not been shot with one, obviously, but I've seen quite a few living beings shot with a shotgun, and yeah, especially like at close range when all of the pellets are able to spread, that is a lot of damage, and that is a lot of viscera.
But did we really? I don't know. I think Carrie and I are on the same page here. Did we really need to see that?
We didn't need to see it.
We didn't need to see it. I'm not disagreeing with you. You said I never got shot with a shotgun, so I don't know if there's that much blood. I'm saying I have seen some with a shotgun, and yes, there is. A normal.
Well, as far as I know from personal experience, there's no blood. So
operates a high enough heat to be able to sometimes even cauterize the wound, so you're not getting a ton of blood outside of the impact and maybe exit. A shotgun expands. So like you don't have that opportunity for a straight shot that is just, you're done. This is expands and does damage all over. So
good to know. I don't know why, but
I hate guns, by the way. I just know a bunch about them.
No, it's like, it's good knowledge to have, I guess, just as a handy sort of.
No,
well, especially when you're reviewing movies.
Yeah,
I'm trying. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you for getting me out of this.
I can take my knowledge of, I've seen things die by gunshot, and we're like, hey, that's a completely unrealistic gunshot when that person gets shot in like the shoulder and they're bleeding, freaking everywhere. No, it doesn't work that way. There's not a lot of veins in the shoulder, people.
Orange is the New Black, season 5. Catch up. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, no, it's real bad. Orange, like it's real bad.
CJ's for your listeners, CJ's head just literally dropped and hit his microphone in about half a second.
Okay,
Yeah,
quick question. How fast does her hands have to be moving to block bullets? Like light speed, right?
godlike speed. Yeah. I know I used to know the number, but I don't. And probably will tomorrow morning after I
Sober up.
yeah sober up a little bit. I can't waste this. It's so good and expensive, but yet, man,
light is 2.9979258 meters per second.
But she's a god.
Yeah,
She's a goddess. That is no problem.
Yeah.
Also, she might be doing the whole Jedi thing where she's anticipating, like she's moving before she actually.
She is trained for all of her life, which can be anywhere from 20 to 1,000 years, and
right?
Yeah, because we don't know when she was created, right, or when she was made.
Like we have no age of her. We only have the fact that Amazon's age pretty much normally up to a certain point, and then they stop. It's like elves; they just stop.
It seems like
And they made it play. So that's exciting.
her mother stopped at like, I want to say like 45, 50. The one that trained her looked like she stopped at like 60.
No way.
Oh,
Hey, dude.
She was older.
Boo. Yeah, she was older, but I wouldn't say that she.
No, see, she wasn't meant to look older. She's meant to look wiser, more experienced, mature, a little bit more grizzled because she's the fucking general.
Right? Hippolyta, while yes, she's a fighter, is still the queen. Like she'll get in the front lines, but like people are going to protect her, and her sister is one of those people that is going to be the primary source of her protection.
Also, I live around the corner from a retirement home. Yeah, she does not look that old.
No, she is at best 45, maybe 50. Like at best.
50. Yeah.
They
stop at 51. She's 51. There you go.
She's an actual actress.
She looks great for her age. But
looks great for her.
And also, those two are the two oldest. So, those two
were probably some of the
wow,
first
they're
Amazons
both
made. Exactly.
They are both 51.
And there is something to be said for the mantle of leadership aging a person, even though they are ageless.
Yeah, they are still rulers of a nation, like of a good sized nation, like.
So, so World War I was like the really first time that they used mechanized equipment.
Correct.
The airplane, the all that.
Yeah.
I did like
the airplane and all of that. But anyway, go on.
Yeah, tanks, armored vehicles, iron ships.
In the movie, by the way, that tank
What's
scene.
that?
The tank scene was the best scene in the movie.
Oh god, yeah.
Both parts.
That was the most badass.
Oh, I see. I like that and the clock scene with the shield calling back to earlier times.
Yeah,
but anyway.
Oh no, that wasn't a clock. That was a church. She destroyed a church.
Yeah, she leveled a freaking church.
Yeah, clock building, churches, they're the same. But anyway.
All right, we'll talk about that on the latter half of the show. I really need to take a break.
Hydrate, CJ. Hydrate.
Yes. All right, guys. We are going to
99 bottles of beer on the wall. 99 bottles of beer on the wall.
Not beer.
No, not beer. Delicious cider. So we're gonna call back to one of our good friends of the show, Leo Maricchioli, because I can only say his last name when I'm drunk. And that is factual.
Okay.
You okay over there, Dale?
No, I'm not. But
so he did a really awesome metal cover of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and we're gonna listen to that, you guys. So stay tuned. We'll be back in a couple minutes.
Now My life got flipped turned upside down. When I like to take a minute, just sit right there. I'll tell you how I became the prince of a Taco Bell. West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground, was where I spent most of my days. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool and all shooting some people outside of the school. When a couple of guys who were up to the good started making trouble in my neighborhood. Got in one little fight and my mom got scared and said, "What's with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air?" I begged them, pleaded with her day after day, but she packed my suitcase and sent me on my way. She gave me a kiss and then she gave me my ticket. I put my Walkman on and said I might as well take it. First class, yo, this is bad. Drinking orange juice out of a champagne glass. Is this what the people of Bel Air live like? This might be alright. I waited for a cab and when it came near the license plate said flashing in a dice in the mirror. If anything, I can say that this cab was rare, but I thought, nah, forget it, go home to Bel Air. To the house about 7 or 8 and I yelled to the guy your home speculator. Looked at my kingdom, I was finally there to sit on my throne as a prince of Bel
There is another song playing. Indeed.
Давай умрем с тобою вместе. Совсем не...
Yeah. Thanks. Anyway. Yeah. I didn't want to do that.
Don't mute me.
I unmuted you.
Hey, just a reminder, Leo's Norwegian.
Your song was playing.
Yeah, your next song was playing there. But there you go.
What's your point? I don't see your point.
Of course not. The camera's still off.
That's fine. Tough effort, Josh. Well done.
I try.
So,
thank you.
Welcome back to the show. If If you want an ad-free experience, make sure that you tune in live Thursdays, 10 p.m. Eastern, over at geek-io.net/live. I have tea now, and I have drank quite a bit of it already. So, yeah, everything is good.
Everything is fine. You'll be all right. You'll be all right.
So, this is the second half of the show where we talk about what we liked, what we disliked, the plots, the machinations, and then finally rate it up. This is the rate and review section of the show. Oh boy.
So friend of the program, Maddie, we all know, well, actually, I think only one of us knows who Maddie is, but anyway, our friend of the network who's been on GLS a couple of times. She saw this movie. I want to talk about, before we talk about plot real quick, I want to talk about how we talk about on the show, but it's a good time to bring this up, how movie experiences alter how we see a movie. She brought this up. She saw this movie. She loved it, and there was no problem with that. But she went to a screening where it was like, take your kids and see it, like it was a kind of parent sort of screening, if that makes sense, where, you know, they leave the lights on and, you know, the sound gets dimmered down a little bit, and, you know, they still see it in VMAX, but, you know, they turn it down a little, they leave the lights on, and they make it sort of not really kid-friendly experience out of it, but it was, you know, easier to manage kids in the light than what it is in the dark, as far as I'm aware. She and I saw it in. I didn't see it in VMAX because where my local cinema, we didn't have it in VMAX because Despicable Me 3 apparently is more deserving of this. Yep, go on.
No, hold on. Rachel wants to give a quick 30-second Rachel review.
Rachel review.
Yay, Rachel.
I don't want to.
Talking to the microphone.
Hi, Rachel.
Hi, Rachel.
Hey.
So yeah, since I got dragged to it, you know, so unwillingly, love the movie. There's something to be said about a movie where your husband goes, "Honey, I love you. I'm sorry if I drool." Kisses you on the cheek. Responses, "That's okay. There's already a puddle over here." Just saying. And then knowing that she was 5 months pregnant while doing part of those shows, the shootings. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I'll give my Tito later.
Okay. But yeah,
Thank you, Rachel.
I like how Rachel wants to give a review. I don't want to.
Yeah, like, hey, she comes to me, hey, you guys need a 30-second Rachel review. I'm like, okay, cool. Rachel, give your review. I don't want to. Frick. What
Women, am I right?
Am I right? Powerful women in movies, because that's what Maddie wanted me to talk about on this Rant review. Go! Powerful women in movies. Go. Go, 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 go.
We need more. We
need more. And she's a really good example of a fully fleshed out one, not just a woman with muscles and guns, and that's the extent of her character development.
Yeah.
You know, she loved the fact that there was finally a woman who gets a proper like a proper kind of story kind of arc in a movie. So just wanted to...
And that's the thing, is Diana owns her own story. She is the one who drives every single bit of action in that movie. Sorry, there's a spider in my face. She calls the shots. She decides where to go, what to do, and she doesn't take anybody's shit.
No. Yeah, absolutely. And there's something to be said for, we give DC a lot of shit for their movies, but it's something to be said to the fact that DC is the one who did this. Like, let us not take away from the fact that this is in reality really the first time that we've seen a really strong woman like this
in a lead, definitely.
Yeah,
and not being kind of the butt of every single joke, or trying to make jokes to get attention in a movie. Suicide Squad. Anyway, sorry, I need to I don't have any tissues.
Sound like you had something terrible caught in your throat there.
I know. I had a Suicide Squad caught in my throat there. It's completely ruined the joke.
Yes.
I made CJ freeze, apparently. There you go.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Well, I mean,
I got nothing about
it's kind of a sad commentary on the state of our mass media, where we are presented with a woman like this in a blockbuster film. And I mean, granted, they exist in other forms, in books and comics and whatnot, but something as mainstream as this, we're shown this paragon of what a female protagonist can be, and we're all sort of speechless. Even the female on the show is speechless because this is something that we don't get to see.
Yeah. And I mean, we are kind of neglecting like non-quote unquote superhero movies, like we're forgetting Hunger Games and such like that, where, you know, it is still a strong lady. But I mean, at least me as a father of a daughter, and, you know, Carrie as, you know, a lady type person.
a lady type person.
I don't want to speak for you anyway, but I definitely want a good, strong female that is for superhero that my daughter can look. It's like, yeah, cool. I get Iron Man, Thor, all them. They're awesome. They're cool. You know, Katniss is real cool. You know, Mystique is real cool, but like, in reality, I'm just saying Jennifer Lawrence is real cool.
There needs to be a woman saving the world in a superhero archetype.
Exactly. Because, yes, Katniss, female lead, strong female lead, still never passes the Bechdel test. Because every time she's talking to another lady, it's about a guy. And think about it. She's talking.
That's what thinking about it.
Talking to, like, a couple of times that she's the first time that she meets what's her face, powdered wig lady, is the only time really that she's talking to another lady that is not directly about a male. But, you know, yeah, exactly. That's still small, though. It is still a small thing. She is not saving the world. At least to left.
No, she's just trying to, you know, secure a better life for her family.
Exactly, which is honorable, but that is not the same as...
Not the same scale.
Not Iron Man hopping into his Iron Man suit and Iron Manning up the Iron Mans.
Yeah, and I mean, we do have, for example, Mako Mori, who very much owned her own story, but she was one piece of a very much larger puzzle. We need her, too. We need more Makos, but we also need more Dianas who are the spotlight.
Exactly.
And not the spotlight.
Oh.
I like how you have a spotlight on your shirt as you're doing that, too.
Oh, you know.
Yeah.
You know, you try.
By the way, I'm glad I'm not the only one who... Did you guys like Pacific Rim, by the way?
Yes.
Fucking loved it.
I'm glad I'm not the
box set that's shaped like Gypsy Danger, for God's sake.
I'm glad I'm not the only one. That movie got a lot of shit. I don't know why. That movie was great.
It was the greatest, dumbest, stupid movie ever.
Yeah, Josh is going to get that box set.
It was just one of those...
No, he's getting something better.
Oh, there you go.
It's just like, you didn't need to really understand, like, the science behind it. It was just giant robots beating up monsters.
Yes, and that's what I wanted.
That's why it's awesome.
There you go, the Josh Cam.
Nice. Oh, that's...
That was Christmas one year.
Yeah, it's the Josh Cam.
How long did you have to wait till he stopped sleeping with it?
Yeah, he's not a bike.
I kind of like Pacific Rim.
Yeah.
Josh didn't hear what I said.
I think Carrie.
No, he did not.
Go on, Carrie.
But yeah, like, and so Mako is a great example of a well-rounded female heroine, but the spotlight was on the ensemble, and we need that. But
yes, exactly.
a strong female being a part of a strong team is definitely something we still need more of. But we, like Carrie said, we do need more Dianas. You know, the solo shining star.
Yeah, absolutely. For the first time, I'm glad that the movie came out before the team thing happens. Like, I'm glad that we got this. This is especially for a superhero comic book movie. This is a masterwork, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
No, this is just straight up and down.
It's kind of spoiling our Tito's later, at least for me. Yeah. But I mean, this is a masterclass in how to do a popcorn superhero movie, and I am so glad that we got this before she is needed to be overshadowed by the fact that there is Batman anywhere in the fucking movie.
I wish we could just get over Batman already. It's part of the problem with DC.
It's part of the problem with everything.
I like Injustice 2. I like Injustice 2 a lot, but even then, it is Batman versus the world. Like,
my problem with Batman is that he tends to bleed his dark and gritty over the entirety of the DC universe.
There's no okay. So just like in Gamer Geeks, we have a anime interstitial apparently every episode. Did you see that they are not only making a set of 8 one-shot Batman movies or comics coming out in the next few months, but all of them are Batman as the Flash, Batman as Superman, Batman as Wonder Woman.
Batman as Wonder Woman.
It is
only
called,
if Batman puts on the bikini.
It is called, and I'm not joking with you, warp back with me, everybody, to 1998 as we visit the dark multiverse. I'm not joking.
Man.
So yeah, it's still a thing, and Batman is taking his guano everywhere. And yes, it just needs to stop. Like Batman's cool, but we have so many cooler things, and we have so many cooler things that we can work on. We just don't, because Batman still has to be there. Batman has to be in the freaking Wonder Woman movie, if only referenced. I don't understand why it even needed to be there, and actually kind of pissed me off that it was there.
But hey, CJ, tell us how you really feel next time. Also, I think this is a real.
Don't get me wrong, I like Batflick. I like Batflick. It was the best thing of Batman versus Superman.
Yeah, well, that movie can only be redeemed by so much.
No, that being said, it was a shit thing, but Batman was the best part of that, and that's saying something considering I just went on a 3-minute tirade about how much I fucking hate Batman.
In everything that he doesn't need to be in, that's the problem. He's in everything where he doesn't need to be. So, story of my life.
He wasn't in Suicide Squad, which was a Joker movie. What the hell?
Joker wasn't even in a Joker movie, so
yeah. Can we let the Joker die for a while and focus on other villains?
Yeah, that's the one thing I like. That's one of the few things I liked about Gotham. It's like, yeah, we have this really cool proto Joker, but he's gonna die for a while.
Can we bring back the puntastic Mr. Freeze?
Yes.
No.
Cool party.
Hey, Freeze.
Joel Schumacher went on camera recently to apologize about those movies. It's like, man, those movies were campy fun. We just had Adam West die. Let us have our campy fun.
God, yeah.
To get us back. Go ahead.
Go for it.
I was gonna steer the conversation. So if there's anything else you want to say about campy fun.
Well, I think that, that's part of my issue with especially the recent Batman direction. The whole Dark Knight thing is you got to remember, comics aside, we started out with Adam West.
Yeah,
with Bat Shark Repellent.
Yeah.
The Eggman.
Crazy quilt.
And now to railroad us back onto Wonder Woman, it almost felt like the powers that be who were in charge of this movie took a list of everything that has been wrong with the DC universe in cinema so far and tweaked it.
Yes.
Dark and gritty? No, this movie is hopeful. Shades of gray? No, there's color.
Yeah.
Like
And no, I was kind of walking out of. We walked out of the theater, and I was talking to Rachel. I'm like, I'm so glad that we finally have a symbol of hope from the Wonder Woman movie. She goes, "Well, that's what Wonder Woman is for." I go, "No, that is what fucking Superman is for. His symbol literally means hope, and there's none of that. We had to get Wonder Woman to bring any level and semblance of hope to this godforsaken universe."
But I think, CJ, you said
It's
this
not
earlier.
godforsaken anymore because she's a god.
No, it's not. 'Cause she is a god. But I think you said this at the top of the show. Words difficult, hard. I think you said this at earlier, CJ. It's like it's kind of the last hope for them. It's the last hurrah. And if
this failed, if this was another Batman versus Superman, there would be nobody would be going to see the Justice League movie, regardless of how many Joss Whedons are attached to it.
And worse, there would be no more female superhero movies.
Oh yeah, Captain Marvel would have probably gotten scrapped. Any hope of a Black Widow movie would have gotten scrapped. Never would have got another Wonder Woman. We never would have got a Wonder Woman 2. None of this would have happened if this movie would have been bad.
It would have been bad, and we would have been having a completely different conversation here. But again, it's the last hurrah here, and you can nitpick at the fact that there are differences from the comics, but that doesn't really make much difference when we're talking about it's still a world war. It's still
and it's an alternate timeline. There's going to be differences.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
I mean, this is the timeline where we decided to ruin a perfectly good Flash and got this weird ass kid to be one. So I mean,
and the sniper who can't shoot, that's amazing. Who can apparently sing, which I was pleasantly surprised. But anyway.
So, all right. Anything else on? So any characters that you happen to dislike in the movie?
I had one on Principle, which is kind of sad considering someone else mentioned that they really liked her. I did not like the inclusion of Miss Candy.
Aw.
And now, don't get me wrong, the presentation of her in the movie was a very nice, a pleasant character. I do not like the concept of the character on Principle because she is Eata Candy. Eatta Candy.
Yes.
She is a fat-shaming stereotype that was designed in the comics to be everything in Amazon was not. A lazy, slovenly, male-obedient, candy-loving fat woman.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that they didn't go anywhere close to that other than, the name for the movie incarnation of her. But why not just make her a different character?
Yeah, I feel you, but I mean, she kind of like. I understand, and again, yeah, you're right. I'm glad that they did not do the. I'm so glad they didn't do a lot of the Wonder Woman tropes in this movie, like most of them, especially Miss Candy. Her inclusion, I think, was good to be there, especially considering she is typically tied to Steve Trevor in a lot of ways. So it would have been awkward for superhero fans to have a Steve Trevor without an Eata Candy. But yeah, she's not really obedient in this, and the only thing that really kept on was the fact that she is and that's all. And I'm glad that's one of the few things that continued on.
Plus, also Wonder Woman needed a shopping buddy. That's
I mean, that's kind of a female stereotype in and of itself, but
you can't have everything at once.
I know.
I wanted to see Charlie and her go off on a girls' trip, by the way.
I know, right?
Is it obvious that Charlie is meant to be like a homosexual? Like, it just came off. He came off as a blaring homosexual to me. All right, go ahead, Carrie.
For me, as I said, this might be controversial, and it was redeemed by the arc that the character ended up going through. And it's not so much the character that I dislike. I did not like that there was a romance subplot. I was hoping to go into this and there not be one.
Yeah.
It is slightly like I said, it's slightly redeemed by, how things ended up playing out.
I'm getting frigid, as you put it, which I liked, by the way.
Well, I mean, and that's the trope name. Look at that.
Women, yeah, I know. Women in refrigerators. I know.
Yeah.
No, there's a reason behind that name, and it is a grotesque thing. Like, I remember picking up the source material for that particular trope, and I was like nauseated by it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was kind of hoping we could get through a badass female supervillain or superhero movie without the need for a romance subplot.
But I mean, it is Steve Trevor. I mean, there's kind of the. I mean,
isn't it? Like,
yeah, like
it might not. It might not be a popular opinion, but maybe one day we will get one that does not have one.
I just don't want. Do not want Batman and Wonder Woman to get together, or Superman and Wonder Woman, which is a trope that has been happening in comic books lately. I don't want either of those two to touch her.
No.
And it was kind of insinuated that her and Bruce are a little closer in Batman and Superman. It's just like, no. Let's not have this happen.
Keep it in the cave.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, hopefully they'll turn out to be sort of like those, those platonic buddies that are really close, but they're more like each other's conscience than romantic partners.
Absolutely, because I mean that works for them because either one of them, I mean, as can be seen in go to the Injustice timeline, if Wonder Woman lets go a little bit, she's a hell of a lot worse than Superman because she doesn't have a weakness to a green rock.
No, just being tied up by a guy.
Yeah,
exactly.
Well, that got retconned out, thankfully. God,
aren't we all like? Isn't that all of our weaknesses though? To be fair.
I mean, being tied up by a guy, it's one of my weaknesses. Why don't you come over and check that out, Josh? I mean, what?
66 days, 19 hours. Hang on, no, I'm kidding. Keep talking.
But yeah, and by the way, I'm so glad, like, if this would have been even a Joss Whedon joint, they would have given cheeky things out to, the invisible jet or the weakness to being tied up by men in particular. Like, I'm glad that was never touched in this. And it would have drowned the movie, in my opinion, if they would have brought those up. Maybe a joke thing towards the invisible jet. I could have dealt with that, but other than that, yeah.
Like if someone had run into it, but there was nothing there.
Yeah, like somebody in the Nazi base or something like that, or the proto-Nazi since it's World War I. The proto-Nazis, just somebody running into it and being like, "Oh yes, you ran into our prototype invisible jet, yeah."
Yeah.
By the way, I love the cartoon Nazis, the cartoon proto-Nazis, other than like Captain Kruger, or whatever the hell his name is, Frankenfurter or whatever.
Frankenfurter.
Ludendorff.
Oh, yeah,
Ludendorff. There you go.
They did dodge a bullet with the plague doctor lady though, because when she was wearing her like hazmat suit, it kind of looked like she was wearing a hijab, and I was really, really terrified that they were making the villain scientist Muslim, and then they showed her showing her hair, and I was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, God, is this... Oh, yeah, right. Is this where we're going with this joke? Okay, wow.
And then
I'm glad we got a Dr. Poison, by the way, right up the rip. I really like that. Like, that's a major Wonder Woman villain, and I'm glad that we got that.
And I'm glad it turns out she was not wearing a hijab, because that would have been a horrible thing to do.
Yeah.
I'm glad she wasn't.
And yeah, considering she is, she's Spanish. So yeah, a person of color, of any color, wearing a hijab would have been, this is a bad insinuation.
Bad move. Bad move.
Thankfully, she just follows safety protocols on herself anyways.
She's a doctor. It's actually a thing. So
fine.
Raul, you're conspicuously quiet over there.
Well, he just
yes,
doing Raul things.
I stepped off camera real quick.
Oh.
Does your buzzer work? Can you check your buzzer? Does your buzzer work? There you go. It works. But back to the actually, Ralph, did you have something? Sorry.
Oh, no. Go ahead.
Okay, I was going to go back to the rom-com kind of situation and the romantic cruise for two across the Pacific Ocean. I was going to go with that was less of a intentional rom-com thing and more of a, like, I don't know, she's new to men kind of situation. So she doesn't know what to do and she needed the man to guide her. But did they really need to carry that?
Well, exactly. The awkward cruise in the beginning is fine. Like, that was an entertaining scene.
That was
the actual.
right.
I'm talking about the actual romantic plot. I was like, do we really need this? It felt like it's hard for me not to condition to see it as there's a woman in the movie, she needs romance story.
Yeah, I hope we get away with that with like Captain Marvel, who is not really linked to any particular person, and sometimes is just flat out a lesbian. So like. Maybe we'll get that with Captain Marvel, because I was gonna say Black Widow, but no, her entire thing is about sexing people. So like, she won't get a romance, but she'll sure as hell fuck the hell out of somebody.
Oh jeez.
So maybe Captain Marvel is the time you'll get your female-led movie that does not have a love interest involved.
Yeah. Maybe, but would they do that sort of sappy thing between two women? Probably, because it's meant to be like a
hope so. Like, movie. All right, Carrie, would you be okay if it is a lesbian romance?
Part of me, yes, because LGBT representation, and part of me, no, because I want to see an aromantic superhero movie.
That's fair.
Thank you. That's where I'm at.
So I want one of each. How's that? I want LGBT superhero of any kind and a romantic superhero.
All right, so Captain Marvel just coming out of the closet when she shows up in Infinity War, like Tony Stark hitting on her, and she's like, "Yeah, I don't swing that way." And then in her movie, she doesn't actually hook up with anybody.
Doing the whole "I'm coming out."
Yeah, just a simple. Hey, how you doing, General? Because your name is Captain Marvel, but you're General in the Army, or Colonel rather.
Colonel.
So, hi, Colonel. How you doing? Sorry, Tony, I don't swing that way. And then just walking off stage.
Well, I mean, and Diana did kind of come out as bi in the rom-com pleasure cruise scene. So
that also, but when Steve,
Trevor,
Captain Guy, Trevor, Kirk. That's what they.
Captain Guy.
Captain Guy.
Captain Guy.
Was on the Chief Captain Guy. Yes, I approve. But when he was saying like that was confused, I was confused by that saying because it was like he's like marriage, yeah, and it was like, well, I don't sleep with women unless marriage and then fun times. So I was like, is this really a Captain Kirk coming out story? Is that really what it is?
No, it struggled. It felt more like to me, like, especially with his I Tried Doing Nothing, it felt like more like he was married once and she got killed than him coming out. Like that's what it felt like to me.
Right. No, it felt like to me, it was like, I don't usually sleep with women.
I think it was him being an idiot.
That
was the pretty girl button was pressed.
Yeah.
Or trying to be polite, pretty girl button. Gosh.
Yeah, the dirt pretty girl is a pretty boy in this one.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. Half shaven, half not shaven? How could you not? But anyway.
You just have you apparently have a thing for superheroes named Steve.
I know, right? Mm.
Or actors named Chris.
Which one?
Yes. The answer is yes.
The answer is yes. They're pretty boy button. I need a pretty boy.
By the way, Dale, yes or no on Thor's shaved head?
What?
Yes or no on since Thor Ragnarok, it was a big thing that they premiered in front of most of the showings. Did you get a Thor Ragnarok preview?
I did not get a Thor Ragnarok.
Have you seen the Thor Ragnarok trailer?
I have not.
Oh, wow. You should go look and give me yes or no on Thor with a shaved head.
All right, sure. I'll do that right now. How does that sound? Right in the middle of a show, I'll go watch that.
Give us a hot take.
A hot take. Well,
Really? No friend from work that doesn't string out from you at all?
no, I'm the only one.
How?
Because he lives in Australia.
Because I live in Australia in a town of like 100,000 people. Okay, I'm getting distracted. I see boobs.
All right.
Fast forward through that.
I see boobs. I see Thor. I'm not saying
You're not wrong.
No, not wrong. Okay.
All right.
What
time for ranting. Time for Titoing.
Sure, but Bro Troop 101. Just want to put that out there. That's how you Bro Troop.
Yeah, man.
With that quartet.
I haven't seen a bro crew. I haven't seen a bro troop like that since Final Fantasy 15.
Also, they should have their own spin-off movie. They need to have a buddy cop movie. Oh, is he getting his hair cut off here? No. Wait, what?
Dale's actually watching it.
I'm seeing. Yeah, I'm actually watching it.
You told him to.
No, you told him to. You told me you told him to.
All
Wow.
my other producers on this network listen to every word that I said, Ro.
Oh.
Dale now refers to himself in the third person.
Oh.
Dale is pleased.
Dale is pleased.
Dale is very pleased. Can I try? Hang on. I'm gonna keep talking.
By the way, I'm so stoked for Thor Ragnarok. That movie looks campy and awesome.
Yes.
Ridiculous, and I can't wait.
Okay.
Yeah. About like that there.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
That's not really a shaved head. That's like
It's more
It's
shaved
not
than
hair.
the luxurious locks that he normally has.
And it's more brown. Who thought that the Thor was brown underneath?
I think that's
Okay.
sweat.
He dies every night.
It does every single night. It matches his beard. But okay. I'm going to be back in a couple of minutes. Talk amongst yourselves.
Oh my.
Okay. CJ, I'll go first on this because I think I might have the lowest score.
Okay.
Okay, so this movie, I think it was too overhyped for me. Not that it didn't live up to a hype. It was a good movie, but I was too hyped up. If that makes any sense.
No, and that's fair. I mean, expectations really can sway a movie one way or another.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, I watch a movie twice before I review it. One to enjoy it, and one to actually try and pick it apart. CGI was okay. It's a DC movie, and they use a lot of it. I had issues with the Ares, where it was just the British guy with the broom handle, the broom bristle mustache. Yes,
Right.
and the exact same appearance back then when he got wounded by Zeus.
He's
Like
God.
I
They
know
don't-
he's I know
No,
but I would have been
I
happy if they would have like CGI'd him or used some of that CGI budget, shave that thing off, and like make him look like an actual warrior.
I don't know, but
That's
go
why
on.
I really liked it when they had him in the armor.
Yeah,
The armor was amazing.
that armor was freaking sweet, man.
Yes.
I want that as like a cosplay or something. Is it
Right?
I'm sure it'll happen.
I
I'm
can't
sure
wait
it'll
for
happen.
where like that's one of the meccas of cosplay. I can't wait for Dragon Con to see that. Like I'm freaking stoked.
Let's see. We didn't get a closure on Dr. Poison.
No.
That's positive.
I have a theory on her.
Okay. I did like how it wasn't just like when he's bombing the first weapons depot. It's back in the day before they had the bomb bay doors. You actually had to drop your bombs by hand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like you had to throw them out the back. Yeah.
Yeah. So apparently you can just stumble upon the Amazonian island.
Yeah, it's not a different dimension. It's just masked from vision.
Yeah, and hence why the compass didn't work when he was trying to plot an escape in the sexy spa scene of what is a penis and how does it work.
Which it goes to show when they're fighting. I know the Amazons are supposed to win against the soldiers that show up on the beach. Yes, the Germans.
The Germans.
But I kind of like how, because the Amazons have thousands of years of training. It goes to show that training and experience will overcome, to a point, the
advances of modern technology.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, they were able to survey the field. They knew how to work together.
They brought knives to a gunfight.
And won.
And won.
Yeah. I mean, the bow and arrow might seem like an outdated piece of tech, but it'll still go through body armor. Because body armor is cloth. I mean,
at least the body armor they had back then.
Also, stop me if you've heard this before, and name the last movie that we saw bow and arrows in a fight scene that didn't work.
Oh, that didn't work?
I'm referring to the fabulous movie that we all loved and enjoyed, In the Name of the King.
Oh, jeez, that doesn't count.
Oh, was the archers jumping off the cliff and then shooting an arrow to the other cliff to do a swing? I thought of Hawkeye.
Oh, yeah, right. Actually, yeah. I was about to say Captain America.
Okay, so the issues besides that, watching it twice, it kind of fell into the same thing where, like, it's a movie you'll watch once and then not watch it again for a while. It fell into the same thing as Deadpool for me, because it lost all its, like, okay, now they're going to do this. Well, I mean, it comes from watching it a second time. But there's certain movies you can watch a second time and still enjoy it. Guardians.
Yeah. Deadpool,
Guardians is a good example.
Yeah.
Deadpool, I think I saw it.
Whoa.
I think after like the second and a half time watching it, it's kind of just like, eh. So, okay, so I did like the female lead. Like we were all talking, we need more movies with a female lead, but not a female lead that they just focus on the assets or make it like, oh, she's really weak and she
which we're going to get out of a Black Widow movie, by the way. Everybody who's clamoring for a Black Widow movie, anything that you hate about, like, oh, you don't want these things to be on the ladies, yeah, you're going to get a lot of that with Black Widow.
Well, yeah, that's how she do.
Yeah. Well, okay. She does get power at the end, but she is already amazing without the power.
Yeah, training anywhere between 20 and 1,000 years can do that to a person.
Anyway, between the two.
So,
all right.
Like I said, the pre-hype kind of, I don't want to say ruined the movie, but I was like kind of expecting like a little bit more.
Yeah, it's fair.
So I'm going to give this a 8.
Okay. That's not terrible. So I'm going to give the I love Rachel's reviews. I'm going to give Rachel's Tito really quick because she's in bed, so I'm not going to drag her out here. She's going to give it a top half of a 9.5 Tito because dem tatas and holy shit. I want to go see it again yesterday. And things that she said during that is, I'm glad that, hope can finally be brought in. And, she went with me on the fact of, I'm so glad that we can, have something that we can share with our daughter that is not, just the same thing over and over again. She likes Gamora, but I'm like, Gamora's still that trope of sometimes a little girl being needed to be saved by a white man. So I'm kind of glad. And so we kind of had that discussion. So yeah, she's going to give it a 9.5. I'm going to go next. So yeah, I too have seen this movie twice. Once just absolute popcorn, just nom, love the ever living crap out of it. The second time around, I brought my notebook, the Notebook of Doom, and didn't take down many notes. And that notebook, unlike my S4 notebook, is strictly for negative things. And I didn't write down many things. And I kind of went over all of them here. I didn't mind the fact of, the Wonder Woman Steve Trevor. I understand what you're saying. Having a asexual relationship movie. I get that. But, I knew that when Steve Trevor was there was going to have some kind of, romance between the two of them. It really stuck to me in a lot of ways in a very positive light. And like I said, for a superhero movie in this genre, let's see. I'm having a hard time finding a movie that on a technical and enjoyable level that I have enjoyed more than this. I am going to give it a perfect 10. Like, the small nitpicks I had were just overridden. I didn't have any kind of, major issues with the plotting, the scripting, the casting. Everybody who was in there was acting as though I wanted them to be. And it was, yeah, I literally have no complaints. Other than Batman being in there for no reason.
He's a Korean.
Don't everybody jump at once. Josh, go.
Okay.
Jesus.
I'm.
You people.
Well, I mean, I wasn't sure if you were just going to be passing the torch off to somebody else like you just did, or if somebody was supposed to nominate themselves. But yeah, I mean, well, you did eventually, but there was that awkward silence.
I led the dance, Josh. Come on, keep up, step in time.
Slide to the left. Slide to the right. Yes.
Sorry, Josh. As you were, please.
That's good. It's good. I had mixed opinions about this movie going into it because, on one hand, I really wanted it to succeed, not just for myself and my own love of superhero movies, but for Carrie, for future daughter, for everybody in the world who needs what Wonder Woman is. But I was worried because the movie opens up with DC.
Yeah.
And
Warner
that is
Brothers
immediately, as of late, red flag. And I really wanted the movie to do well. I wanted it to succeed, beyond expectations, so that, everybody like Carrie, who's really been wanting, this kind of movie her whole life, can just go, ha. And yeah. I'm going to give it a 9.5 because high side 9.5. It wasn't a perfect, flawless movie for me because, like I said, I had irks with the inclusion of Ida Candy as a character. I had, also qualms with the romantic subplot and the fade to black sex scene, things of that nature. But there was just so much about the movie that was done well that, yeah, I look forward to owning the movie. I look forward to watching it again. I look forward to showing it to not just our daughters, but our kids in general, because it's a movie that needs to be seen because of what it represents for geek culture in 2017. You know,
Yes.
it's strong. It's still a little washed out and gritty, but unlike say Man of Steel, a kind of darker, washed out, gritty tone fits for World War One Europe.
Yeah, right?
No, it
Like-
is very fitting in the context. Yeah, absolutely.
That was appropriate for the color palette of the movie. You know, the representation of the cast of different characters, the drunken Scottish Irish whatever he was supposed to be sniper was not drunken because of where he was from. He was trying to drink away his problems.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the Native American who self-identifies as the Native American god of trickery and whatnot. It's like, okay, that's great. You know, everyone in that movie, even the touch on the nose. You know, I wanted to be an actor, but I'm the wrong color.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You know, there was so much about that movie that was like, hey, mass media, here's everything you've been fucking up on.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I said, I had minor qualms. I couldn't look at the main bad guy seriously because I kept seeing Lupin. What are you doing, Lupin? Stop.
Bad dog.
Sit, stay. Good God of War.
Good God of War. Good God of War.
But yeah, I mean, other than that, it was a great movie, and it makes me feel a little bit better about the prospect of the Justice League movie, about going to see the Flash movie, which, God, I hope they get that right, because I love the Flash, and he's not a dark and gritty character.
Yeah. The only issue that I have with Justice League is that Zack Snyder's still attached to it.
But Zack Snyder was attached to this movie, though.
Yeah. I'm so glad that I have two computers. My main one crashed.
Oh.
Yay!
Yay.
This is
But,
the better
yeah.
two-computer setup, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Takes a lot of money to get set up, but man, it's a lifesaver.
This is why you have one laptop. But anyway, continue.
9.5, top side. I'm going to go see it again. We're going to own the movie. I look forward to it. Because, yeah, Wonder Woman. And like even little things about it. Like the fight choreography with her using the lasso. That was so good.
Yes. The lasso is not just a lasso of truth. It is a freaking weapon. Like,
it's an Indiana Jones.
I saw that thing start whipping around, and it's like, yes!
Yeah, right. By the way, I love the lasso of truth. Like,
right.
It's like birds. It compels you to tell the truth. So I could still lie. Do you want to test it? No.
But yeah, Gary.
Yeah, so I actually debated whether or not to take off anything for my one real qualm, which is the inclusion of the romance subplot. But like I said, the way it ended up resolving sort of mostly redeemed it in my eyes, and just for the sheer ability to look on a movie screen and see basically myself tanking gunfire so the guys can follow up instead of being the damsel, I've got to give it a 10.
There you go.
Wow.
And Dale.
All right. Well. Wonder Woman, you have certainly been a movie, that's for sure. But I have a lot. I'm two minds of this movie. I'm not two minds, but there are two reasons why I'm giving it my score. As a host and a producer of a news show that covers current events that are happening in the mainstream media, and I have a feeling I'm going to get muted. No, why am I getting coming off of it too much? As a producer and a host of a news show that covers mainstream events, it's good to see a piece of art that is kind of breaking the norms down, and it's so sad to say that in where are we now, March 2020, 2nd, 2017 rather. Wow. Yeah.
June.
June 2017. Get the year right, Tom. Mr. Florian, you have a phone call on line 1. Anyway, but there's that, and there's more of the fact that I have so many incredible women in my life. You know, I have, you know, my mom just like surrounding my personal life as opposed, you know, and my extended life. You know, people, you know, women that I podcast with are in extended circles, and even I've got my mother, my sister, my friends, you know, Maddie, my right hand girl. You know, there are so many powerful women in my life, and it's so good to get them to have a spotlight finally on the big screen, and to prove the bigoted person that decided to turn up to a female lead character who was promptly kicked out of the movie theater to turn up, who also left during the bar fight scene. That's when they walked out. I'm like, okay, thank God you're gone, so I can finally enjoy this movie without anyone trying to give their DVD commentary on this movie. So
Yeah.
I do have little technical slip-ups, but once they're overshadowed by awesome scenes that are put together, I'm definitely going to give this movie a 10 out of 10. It is probably one of my favorite movies of all time, and I mean that sincerely. And
Wow.
there was not a dry eye in the house after this movie. Like, everyone was emotionally impacted. I was having a conversation with some of the people, the two mums story that I was talking about earlier. You know, they were tearing up, the kids were tearing up, I suppose probably for another reason. Their nappies probably needed changing or something, or diapers, whatever you Americans call them. Their diapers needed changing, so there's that. But to find out that this movie touched so many different groups of people, that is just such it's a huge impact for one single piece of art. So for that, 10 out of 10.
Fair enough. So that brings our my thing that I had an average going on.
9.5. 9.5.
9.5, which is definitely one of our highest.
Absolutely.
So my theory on, by the way, my theory on Dr. Poison's resolution is, now that she has been fully seen gods and everything like that, she's going to search out a god and become Cheetah.
Okay.
That is my theory.
Huh.
She has seen what gods are now, and she, as a very clearly driven woman, is going to want to become one.
Fair. Very fair.
So, all right. So remember, you can listen to us live Thursdays at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, Fridays at 12 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time over geek-io.net/live, tunein.alphageekradio.com, and diamondclub.tv. If you want to get a hold of us, you can. geekioshow@gmail.com, Twitter, Facebook, all of our social media /Geek IO Show, and our Geek Hotline, which is 727-489-4335. That is 727-489-GEEK. Remember, you could support us over at Patreon, at patreon.com/GeekIO for this show and everything that we do. Our Twitch channel, everything is kind of run through there, or you can send us a donation through Twitter, like Twitch did, like Minnie Cat the Mini, or whatever her name was. I apologize.
Minnie the cat. Minnie the Mini
There we
Cat.
go. I was close.
The mini cat.
I was. Yeah. So make sure you check out our Patreon page and help us out a little bit. A little bit goes a long way.
Did that guy ever call you back?
No, that's sad. I probably pissed him off by making fun of him too much.
Oh.
We loved you, random caller.
We love you, voicemail guy. Speaking of voicemail guy, not really actually. Next week on the Geek IO Show, we're just going to be hanging out, doing some stuff. Just a regular old show with the gang. Because
I think we're gonna. We've been busy over the last few weeks. I think we're just gonna kind of chill off and do a regular ass show next week.
It's a regular show. We're just chilling out. We've had a lot in June, so it's time to relax.
And then we have coming up, by the way, After that, I believe the Spider-Man Homecoming comes out the 6th, I think.
Mm.
It's gonna be so good.
No.
So we're gonna do that on the 20th, because I don't know if we're gonna have a show on the 6th. Not sure yet. 13th is a special, a Rachel's.
Oh, birthday!
Yeah,
It's birthday time.
birthday
Birthday
science, but we have one Justin Robert Young coming on to give out information about his new Kickstarter for Action News on the 13th. On the 20th will probably be our written review of Spider-Man Homecoming. And
7th
then,
of July. 7th of July.
okay, so yeah, the 20th will be our written review of Spider-Man Homecoming. And then in August, guess what we do in August every single year, you guys? It is Dragon Con ramp-up time. So that means we are, of course, going to have our annual visit from the one, the only Kevin Batchelder. I have a few really, really cool surprise guests lined up for our Dragon Con month. And, of course, the 8th, because I got yelled at because I was going to deviate a little bit from tradition. But for my...
Oh, birthday!
On the 8th of August, we are going to do our annual Cards Against Humanity stream.
Wait, 8th of August, Tuesday?
Yeah, no, sorry. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
I just looked at the beginning of that week. What is that? The 13th? No, the 10th of August is my
Oh, birthday!
podcast where we're doing Cards Against Humanity.
Why am I starting to bop to that song? I have no idea.
Stockholm Syndrome.
That's exactly what it is.
My eye is twitching again. Leave me alone.
It has that effect on people.
Yeah, it does. So yeah, that's what we got coming up here soon, and of course, yeah, gotta start playing stuff for Dragon Con.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Because we're only a couple of months out, you guys.
Oh, we're 66 days and some change. So there you go.
So it'll probably be Saturday the 2nd of September is probably going to be our live show. We haven't nailed that down yet. It'll either be the 2nd or the 3rd. And because we're in a different area and they've gotten a lot different and better networking, we might actually be able to stream it live with video. So yeah, so that is something that they are actively working on, and according to
sources,
a source familiar with the area, so familiar with the matter, whose name might rhyme with Schmarls McFall. That yeah, they're working on getting live video streaming. So yeah, that should be able to be there. If not, it will definitely be recorded in video and put up on the network ASAP.
With a very good.
So we have show titles.
We have a SmackDown.
Oh yeah, we have a SmackDown.
The summer movie SmackDown update.
Also,
Yes.
by the way, you're welcome. By the way, I could have, because you were winning, I could have easily just gone straight to the show title.
I mean, you're not wrong. Yeah. So speaking of, I'm winning, you guys. Speaking of, I am so rarely in first place. This is a big freaking deal to me. 15.4 million. Thank you, Wonder Woman.
And the Mummy. Jeez, don't just count the Mummy.
Yeah, Mummy performing about as well as I expected it to. So I'm not arguing too much. So yeah, for Dark Universe that I don't know is actually going to happen or not. So yeah, in second place is Raul, $14.7 million. Third place is Schmarl Schmefurl at $13.1 million. Dale's in fourth place with $9.1 million. And Rachel's still waiting for her second movie to come out. So she's still in the last place at $830,000. Right now we have It Comes at Night, The Mummy, which, I mean, yeah, it's 60 million. I'm not arguing. 41 meters down. Rough Night, which is having a real rough set of nights.
Rough Night is. Oh boy.
Real rough. 47 meters down isn't doing much better, but that dollar makes a difference.
I wasn't expecting that to do well at all.
Cars 2 is underperforming, Cars 3 is underperforming drastically.
What a shock.
Wait,
yeah.
SmackDown, I might not win, guys. I finally might not win.
Coming
not
up,
too broken up about that.
Snails McSween, right?
Coming up next is Transformers: The Last Night, which is looking better and better every time I see a preview for it. That will guarantee pull in a shit ton of money because they always do. But I'm actually interested in it depending on how they handle the smart little girl, because it seems like they're doing a X-23 thing with her, and I'm really cool with that. And Baby Driver with Schmarls McSchmarl. And then Rachel's next movie is finally coming out on the 30th with The House.
Don't discount Rachel, though. We said this last week. Don't discount Rachel.
No.
She's got
Rachel has the wait for it haymaker at the end with frickin' The Hitman's Bodyguard and
War of the Planet of the Apes.
War of the Planet of the Apes, which is going to bring in a ton of money. The Emoji Movie, which, like it or not, is going to bring in money.
Not any of mine.
Nope. Valiant in the City of the Cantina Band. That's coming up.
Valium in the City of the Cantina Band. Yes. So yeah, don't discount Rachel's late movie haymaker that she's planning, and then the rewards for that will be on the Dragon Con show, by the way, because Charles wants to be there for it, and also there's a reason for this. Hammond, I know you're listening, man. We got to talk. There's a reason why I'm asking you, and I referenced it at the beginning of the show.
Oh dear.
Yeah, there you go.
We got to talk. So, what's been going on in the network this week, Ro?
Oh, this week on the Geek I Network, the generic live show tells you when it comes to baristas, size does matter.
Boink.
And over on Gamer Geeks, we covered E3, all of E3 actually, and also God Wars.
Really fucking good game, you guys. I am still playing the ever-living crap out of it when I have other games I should be reviewing.
No.
That should tell you something. Like, people send me games. It's like, yay, cool, I get to review these games. But man, God Wars is really good. I want to keep playing it.
Let's put it down.
Yeah, I mean, professional reviewers, I mean, they get through like an RPG in a week or less because they have to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now, show titles.
Show title candidates for episode number 201. Our rant review of Wonder Woman, rather.
Make sure you read the typos.
Yes, I will. The Josh Cam with Carrie. Flavorful beers. American audience with strong female lead. Man, I shouldn't drink before the stream. Israeli thing. Shot in the fun part. Shot in the front parts. Diana no. Diana yes. Assortment of children, lasers, and watching Dragon Ball Z. Go ape shit on Darkseid.
Sorry.
Side. Damn it! I got so keen that I thought I read that right. Smashing hydrogen.
Higher Dogen.
Higher Dogen. By the way, look forward to the Higher Dogen when you guys get ready to fight that in Manipool.
Thrash metal about metal. Sexy Leg Wobble. I can only say his name drunk. Jennifer Lawrence is really cool. He got fridged. Steve Captain Guy. The Pretty Girl button. I've seen boobs and seen Thor. The Tito Dance and Birthday Science.
Hmm.
Oh, birthday!
Science.
Oh man,
I
this
wouldn't-
one's tough.
Yeah,
I wonder
these are
which
some good show channels.
Yeah, these are good.
I wonder which two sounds are on the soundboard together. I wonder which two are right beside each other.
Whatever would give you that idea?
I would have no idea.
There's
It's
like
better than
some that I
this.
want to put in there for SEO, and some that I just like kind of want to put in there.
I just like the sound of all of these.
Like Steve Captain Guy is really cool. I like that one a lot.
Steve-
So do I, but at the
It's
same
really
time, I can't in good conscience vote for it on the Wonder Woman episode. If it were any other episode.
Man, Diana, yes, it's also really good.
Yeah. Yeah. Give it that one.
Leg Wobble, so is Sexy Leg Wobble, so
Everybody
is...
put your initials in there at once.
I know, right?
Yes, ready, here it goes. Everybody's initials go in at once. Just like this.
All right. Okay.
Everybody cry. What?
Sorry, my name, that's not my name, apparently. That's my name. But yeah, go on.
Yes. Dale's name is now.
God, you're such a Dak, Daryl.
Dale.
So we will be right back here next week. I got nothing witty to say. So tune in next week. I'm probably gonna be a little drunk again because Throwback Thursday is a thing that I'm inventing all of a sudden for some reason. By the way,
Yes!
check that out, you guys. I played through Ninja Gaiden. Like I hooked up the Retron 5, and like I bought Ninja Gaiden Trilogy for the Super Nintendo because I thought I really liked the Ninja Gaiden games growing up. Turns out they fucking suck.
Nostalgia glasses are a
At least
bitch.
the first one is bad, so bad. But yet I am refusing to not beat it. So, yeah, I'm gonna try and do that between 8 and 9:30 Eastern time before the stream on Thursdays. So, we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Laters.
This has been a Geek I Media Network production. Copyright 2017.
Oh, birthday!